If you, before we get started, just if you want to gather some of the information that's in the back, we have the updated bylaws. You can review real quick if you haven't reviewed them. The eligibility for membership to vote, all that good stuff is on the table in the foyer. You can keep handy. Might be good to have when we get to the business portion of the meeting. I'm going to do a little Bible study, something I'm going to preach about on Sunday, kind of along the same lines. I'm going to share with you guys before we get into all the business stuff. So, we will be webcasting the beginning of the service, my lesson, but we're going to go offline when we get into our business, because our business is our business, right? Not the World Wide Web's business. So are we ready, Brother Mike? We've been ready? We've been ready. Okay. Well, that's good. Now that everybody knows. That's fine, too. Well, good. Good to have everybody in the sanctuary. Good to have you online if you're joining us. If you want to be a part of the membership meeting, business meeting, you need to get down here. Unfortunately, our bylaws say you have to be in person to vote. So we appreciate you guys coming out tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit about unity in the church. Sunday is our family Sunday, so I'm going to do a brief sermon about unity again on Sunday, because what better way to start the year out after all we've been heard and been taught and done to talk about unity. I would remind you there's some really good stuff happening this weekend. We have the Massey's coming into town, and we've also got a youth event. I think that's coming up. I'm getting out of my notes right now, but the Massey's will be here speaking to the ladies and the men on Friday night in separate places. The ladies at Sister Linda Norman's home and the men at my home. We're trying out Eventbrite, so if you'd like to go check out a link on our social media pages and register on Eventbrite, you can, or you can talk to RSVP in person to Sister Linda, my wife, or Brother Hogan for the men's, and we would appreciate seeing everybody there. It's going to be a great time of ministry, and then both of them ministering on Sunday, so it's going to be a great time. Powerful, powerful ministry between the two of them, and we're so thankful they're friends of this church and myself. Genesis 11. I'm going to start tonight, Genesis 11. 1 through 9. Genesis 11, 1 through 9. Now the whole earth, of course, this was way back toward the beginning. Now the whole earth had one language and one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." And they had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. Most of my sermon in this little scripture right here. And the Lord said, "Indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language. And this is what they begin to do. Now nothing," everyone say nothing. "Now nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them." The Lord goes on and says, "Come, let us go down, and there confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech." So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. Therefore its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of the earth. Now, God wasn't intimidated by man's abilities. Of course, he created us, and he could do anything he wanted. What man was doing was disobeying the Lord, disobeying his command to populate the earth and replenish the earth. They decided in their own wisdom to stay together and build a city and build a tower up to the sky and make a name for themselves. So there was a whole lot of things that they were doing wrong in just that. The key that I want to focus on tonight, and especially on focus on tonight, is the key is God's acknowledgement of man's ability to invent, coordinate, brainstorm, plan, build, and unite to make things happen. When they're united, the Lord said there is nothing that can be withheld from them. Nothing is impossible for a people united. Nothing can be withheld from a people who in unity speak the same language, celebrate their accomplishments, agree on a vision, shun discord and divisiveness, realize they're stronger together, live for the same purpose, and propose, organize, and help each other for that purpose. So even in disobedience, working with their own talents, God acknowledged the power of unity before man was scattered across the earth. Even when they were in disobedience, God acknowledged that even in disobedience, they're in one mind, one language, they're united, and nothing can be withheld from them. They are going to be a powerful force. There was an article, and I mentioned this article in a sermon 10 years ago, I think, but there was an article in Scientific American, and the title of the article was Why We Help. Very interesting article if you want to look it up online, Why We Help. And in the article, it told a story, and it said as Japan's Fukushima nuclear power plant was melting down following the lethal earthquake and tsunami, a maintenance worker in his 20s was among those who volunteered to re-enter the plant to try to help bring things back under control. He knew the air was poisoned and expected the choice would keep him from ever marrying or having children for fear of burdening them with all the health consequences he was going to suffer going back into that plant. Yet he still walked back into Fukushima's gates, into the plant's radiation-infused air, and got to work for no more compensation than his usual wages. There are only some of us who can do this job, the worker who wished to remain anonymous said. I'm single and young, and I feel it's my duty to help settle this problem. So the article mentioned this story, and the article states that examples of selfless behavior are found throughout nature. Cells coordinate to keep their division in check so that cancer doesn't overwhelm a body. Worker ants give up their ability to reproduce in order to serve their queen and the whole colony. Female lions within a pride will nurse one another's cubs, and humans help each other on a smaller scale, and examples of humans helping each other every day through acts of charity or apparent all around us. But in a scientist's